That Grand
Boom
Theft
shakalaka!
Alvarado ready.
The Knicks are grit. These kids and our pot ain't just lit. Bet it's the littest. Cut. You know we lit. Cut. You know we lit. You know we lit. You know we lit. Turn up, no we lit. Turn up. You know we lit. Let's go deep time. You know we lit. Mr. Nixon. You know we lit. Kev, what up? You know we lit fast as the Pearly Lord. You know we lit Knickerbocker, have a talk to. Let's go! Things in this. We lit.
Yeah. Live and direct on your YouTube screen. Once again, it is your favorite Knicks and Ish panel. And of course, y'all already know the vibe because it says it right there at the bottom of the screen. I am the one and only Parlay Lord, aka Brass Taz, here with the Knicks and Ish panel, never limited to and always including the First Lady of Knicks and Ish. Mrs. Knicks is in the building. You know, she got to do her thing. And he's somewhere back there hiding. Y'all see what that is over there? Oh, that's Yatu son, man. That's my guy. Cat Rodriguez, like, y'all know what it is, man. Yeah, impromptu live, but you know, as always, press like for your favorite panel. Sharing as always, Karen. If you're new, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you set the bell to all so you get all notifications when Knicks and Ish goes live. Now, as I said earlier, this is an impromptu live where we made a couple of trades today, y'all. And I will say, before I get into it and let y'all take it away, I gotta say it like always, Kev the Goat Mouth. Y'all mean? Kev the Goat Mouth, all right? But before I get into that, let me get some housekeeping. Matty Ice, I seen you in the building. I know you here. Jimmy J1, what up, cuz? You already know what it is, my guy. Michael Pringle is in the building. Shout out for y'all for being here. And of course, you know it can't be alive without me shouting out our day one sis. Darlene is in the building. Shout out to Darlene, always here. You always pulling up. We support everybody who always here pulling up, watching Knicks and Ish, you know what I'm saying? Real talk, y'all mean? But let me just set the stage on what we're going to talk about real quick tonight for y'all, and then I'm going to let the panel take it away with their initial thoughts on the first topic. So, Knicks fans, if y'all haven't heard by now, the Knicks have made 2 trades and acquired Jose Alvarado from the New Orleans Pelicans, which, you know, is a great pickup, but I'm not even going to go into the aesthetics yet. I'm going to wait and let the panel start it off. But the other topic that we're going to get into a little later is talking about Deuce McBride. You know, but I'm not going to give it all away. I'm going to let Sis go ahead and give her thoughts initially on the Jose Alvarado trade. Take it away, Sis.
So it's crazy because yesterday, while me and Knickerbocker were on the air, the Yabusele trade happened. So we're like trying to like look up stuff about this kid, like random, right? Because it literally was happening while we were talking. So we're like, so after the show last night, I'm looking things up and I'm like, okay, he's a 3-and-D, he plays defense, like cool. And then you know, I was like, okay, cool, we did something. So all morning, I'm here at work in front of my computer, and I'm getting X notifications on my phone, and my heart's sinking every time because I just feel like something is gonna happen. And every time, I'm like, all these trades are happening early this morning. And literally, I'm like, okay, I literally text my peoples, and I'm like, every time I get an X notification, my heart drops. And then I get another X notification, and it's like, it was Josh Hart. And Josh Hart only said Jose. So I messaged my friends and I'm like, did I miss something? And then I saw Ian Begley retweet something that said that we got him. I literally am like this. Kev, answer your phone, Kev. Kev, answer your phone, because I know, every time we've talked about trades or possibilities, he's talked about Jose Alvarado both on the air and not on the air. Um, so I mean, I'm gonna say this. This gives me the Josh Hart trade vibes. I'm not even gonna hold you. It gives me that vibe because again, one that we weren't using, someone that possibly can uh, I was not for the Alvarado trade when we talked about it, not based off of his play, not based off of anything about him other than his height. I just felt we were already small, but he's a Knick now, so we'll figure it out, right? I think it was a good trade. We weren't using Yabusele. He wasn't who we thought we got. I definitely appreciate the fact that he took the player option out for next year to allow a trade to happen. So I definitely appreciate him for that. I definitely think Alvarado is someone I thought he was going to be very useful to the Knicks anyway, but now that we know Deuce probably won't be playing for the rest of the season, he's absolutely going to be huge for this team.
Listen, man, when I had absolutely no clue the trade happened because I was literally like detached from my phone. I was not looking on my phone. I put my phone down. I was just chilling. I was chilling with the kids or whatever, and I'm feeding them. And I just all of a sudden I'm hearing my phone going off, and I'm like, yo, I first of all, I thought I was bugging. I'm like, nah, not that, because I had it on vibrate. So I'm like, is that my phone going off? And then all of a sudden, I'm like, yo, that's my phone going off, and it's just buzzing, buzzing, buzzing. So I'm like, I bet. Let me go check who's calling me. It gotta be an emergency because my shit is buzzing like crazy, right? So I go check my phone, and when I look, I see Anna. So I said, "Oh man!" I'm like, "Yo, something. If she's calling me, something had to happen, bro." So I'm sitting there. I'm sitting like, man. Whatever move we made, I hope it was nothing crazy. Like because they always been talking about how cat this and cat that and Giannis and Giannis and Giannis. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So I pick up, I call. She's like, yo, did you must not know what's going on because you don't
He was
sound
too
excited.
calm on the phone.
Yo, word up. She was like, you must not know what's going on. And I'm like, wait, what did I miss? Like, she's like, yo, the Knicks got Alvarado. I'm like, yeah, yeah. Yo. And right then and there, I started looking on my phone, and I'm like, "Oh shit! It really happened. It really happened." So, you know, um, I'm super excited. My dad texted me earlier. He was like, "Listen, you got what you wanted. I'm happy. Salute to my pops because me and him always been debating about it. Um, I think that he is gonna be that spark off the bench that we needed. unfortunately for Deuce, hold on, Mama, give me 1 second. Unfortunately for Deuce, um, the injury with him and missing him for the rest of the season, that's tough. But maybe I think that this is one of the reasons why they did that, not because of the injuries we've been dealing with and stuff like that. And he brings a certain kind of toughness to this team. He gritty. He loves to play defense. he's one of those guys that's like a spark plug. You know what I mean? He don't play to his height, and he's not afraid, bro. He is a straight New York, Brooklyn cat, and he get down with you. It don't matter who it is, how it is. It don't you as you can see, my man gave him the punch of death, and he felt that punch. He felt that punch. He did. So listen, if dudes is trying to get dirty, get stupid with us now, I'm guarantee you it's not popping off, man. It's not popping off now, And unfortunately, he's the shortest guy on probably the second or third shortest guy on this team, but he doesn't play to his height, bro. He's I'm telling you, man, he's gonna bring excitement to this team. And I can't wait. I really can't wait. As a matter of fact, I hope he play against Detroit.
Thanks.
Okay, which I don't think he may not, depending on how fast he clears the physical and stuff like that. But that may not be in the realm of possibility. You know what I mean?
Melo did it. Melo did it.
Sure.
Word.
But first and foremost, shout out everybody in the building. Y'all know what it is. Like I said when I started the show, Kev the Goat Mouth. We're gonna get him a shirt that says Kev the Goat Mouth, right? This guy says something. Y'all need to start listening, all right? Because Kev called this one. Kev definitely called this. And before I continue, join me in giving a salute to my good brother, Knickerbocker Ave.
Oh, I don't hear shit. I'm like,
Yeah,
apparently he doesn't hear us.
He'll be back in a minute, I'm sure. But when I first found out about the Yabusele trade, I was like, oh, Dalen Terry. Okay, I like this pickup. Why? Because if y'all know Dalen Terry, like I know Dalen Terry, he has a skill set similar to Josh Hart. And he has he got a bag with him. Like he got a bag of moves with him. Like he has very good dribble. He's got a killer crossover. He dunks on people very often. You know what I'm saying? And
oh shit, yo. Yeah, I'm sorry, Fraz. Yabusele he's playing right now.
He's playing right now, yep.
Well, there is a possibility that Alvarado may play tomorrow.
My bad, Fraz. I didn't mean to cut you off. My bad, bro. I was just
Nah,
I think he has like 10 points or something already.
Nah, he got 17 points. He got 15 points and 7 rebounds.
Well, you gotta remember the Bulls cleared house, so he ain't got no choice but to play minutes. So he gotta play minutes. The Bulls cleared house, but we'll get to that later on. But the signing of Alvarado after the Dalen Terry trade, I kind of figured they had to make a trade to make a trade, if you understand what I'm saying. Because the Pelicans didn't want nothing to do with Yabusele. Let's be real about that.
And they didn't need him because they have Zion.
Yeah, so you figure, well, not only Zion, they got Derek Queen too, behind Zion. You know what I'm saying? Derek Queen is a monster for a rookie. So they didn't really have a need for Yabusele at power forward. The contract, I guess, wasn't appealing enough. So, as Sis mentioned earlier, the Bulls were like, well, we'll take the deal, but you got to get this guy to make it a full-on contract. And we don't want a player option where he opts out. So, Yabusele agreed to the condition. We were able to make the push for Alvarado. By the way, not only Yabusele, but 2 second-round picks and some cash went to the Pelicans.
Fuck them picks.
Which that cash that went only put us a little slightly closer to the second apron, only like $100,000 closer to the second apron. Because I looked at the number.
It brought us down 100,000.
It brought us down 100,000. Okay, all right. So I was thinking the other way then. Okay, so it brought us down $100,000 off the second apron, which is good. You got a little bit more flexibility with the second.
It allows us to sign the 15th player with like right now if we wanted to.
Yeah.
Because depending on how close you are, I think it has certain dates that you can't sign that 15th player.
It's usually February 15th or something like that, but that's
Sign
either
the
way, that's right
player right
around the corner. They probably moved it up this season, though, because it used to be February 15th. If you remember season past, it was always February 15th was when those type of moves could be made. But
Yeah,
I guess
I think depending on where you were in the cap,
mm,
had certain dates, because when we traded for Terry yesterday, it gave us a date. And then today, when we made the trade, it said we can sign 15th player today.
okay. So then now the Knicks can outfit that last roster spot if need be. But it's gonna be kind of a tough decision because remember this one thing, y'all. Our two-way players can only play 50 games with us. So at some point, we're gonna have to look into outfitting the roster for the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just wondering, this is gonna be the $1,000,000 question before I let Knickerbocker Ab give his thoughts. And I want y'all to put it in the comments too. And if you want us to talk about your person, don't be afraid to hit us up with the super chat. Who in the comments do y'all think the Knicks should try to outfit the roster with that last available roster spot for? Put who y'all think in the comments if y'all in the chat. And Knickerbocker Ave, take it away.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Real quick on to who I think the 15th man should be. Not another guard. I think we got enough. I think we got like 7 or 8. So that would be like overkill. But I know Kev has to be. I'm sure he fucking like flipped something and like lost his hat, lost his glasses, lost everything. Because the second I saw the tweet, Jose Alvarado was traded to the Knicks, I was like, this dude's about to lose his Timbs. He's about to lose. Some shit's going to end up flying. Maybe it's Clippers or some shit. But look, you guys were saying that this gives you Josh Hart vibes. I'm going to take it even further back. This shit kind of gives me J.R. Smith vibes. Like that kind of vibe. Because this dude, again, I'm going to echo the same thing that Anna said. It's not that we didn't want him because he couldn't play. We were wondering about, do we want another, 6-foot guard in the backcourt? But now that we got him, you got a guy that has nothing but energy, is a freaking thief in the night, is a pest on defense, and it's not like he's a bad scorer. I mean, look what this dude does. He sneaks up on motherfuckers and like, yo, let me get that. Yo, no, excuse me, let me get that. Yo, no, let me get that. Thank you.
Yo, Kev, don't that remind you of me on the court?
Little bit. But look, welcome home, Jose Alvarado. It's time to get it. I think I put it on the IG live. It's that time. We need that kind of, that hometown kid. Obviously, yeah, Cat is from Jersey, but this dude is straight from Brooklyn, Christ the King High School. This is the dude that we needed to get that personification, to get that toughness. And of course, with the fact that Deuce McBride is going to be out for a substantial amount of time. Lord knows how long, because they keep on saying core muscle surgery, but I thought it was his ankle, so apparently there's something else. But get well, Deuce. But now that we got Jose, I don't know. Let me get that. But Mr. Grand Theft Auto has arrived at the garden. So oppositions, guard your wallets. Mind you, like back in the 90s, mind your Jansport, son. Mind your Jansport, son. Let me get that. Exactly. Grand Theft Auto Alvarado.
Right. That's an awesome picture right there. That is awesome.
I just can't wait, y'all. I can't wait to see how the defense look with this guy on the floor. I really can't wait. because I already see he's gonna fit well with either the first or the second unit. He's just gonna fit.
The crazy thing. The crazy thing is about that, Fraz, and I'll end the plane because I do have to get back to being dad. But the reality is that the Knicks have been already doing that over the last 8 games. You see OG, averaging about 3 steals a night. You're seeing Josh Hart when he's playing getting steals a night. You see Mikal Bridges stepping into the passing lanes. You see even the captain and Mitch getting steals and key turnovers. So now you got a guy that specifically specializes in this shit. So if you thought,
sorry,
bótalo, bro, bótalo, sácalo ahí, man. But
sorry,
but no, it's all good. So the reality is that this team's already getting starting to develop that little bit of that identity over this 8-game stretch. You just hope that you can add to that going into tomorrow night's game, because we definitely need to get that get back against Detroit. And now that you add a guy that specifically specializes and has made his name doing that very thing, the Eastern Conference it has a major Knickerbocker problem. Major Knickerbocker problem.
Nah, listen, man, that kid, there's a play, right? There's a play that I seen earlier where he runs down the court, right? And he goes to the corner and he just stays there. The guy makes the bucket, and then and the guy makes the bucket. Everybody goes down back to play defense, and there nobody sees him, bro. And that's it had me mind boggled, because I'm sitting there, nobody's seen him.
He's
right?
sneaky.
All of a sudden he take off. Still now what? Before he take off, I hear the crowd getting louder, like yo. He sneak up from behind, take the ball, score the goal. I'm like, this is what we need. This is what we need coming off that bench. Somebody like that. And now I'm thinking to myself, there could be times where you could move JB to the 2 and let him be the point, and have both of them on the floor at the same time.
I think that was the intended design, because you started to see more of a Deuce JB combination, especially around the third quarter. So, and now with Deuce being out,
even Tyler.
Yeah, right. You see Tyler, but basically, it's exactly what Kev was saying. You have JB being being the 2, the off guard. But now that you have somebody who can not only keep some pressure off of JB. Here's another thing that's something that people don't ever mention, because I have yet to hear it. He's also going to mask a lot of JB's deficiencies on defense. So because he's a point of attack defender, he's going to attack the ball. Whoever has the ball, if OG is already doing that, now you got a secondary defender that's going to be going after the point of attack. And because the Knicks are playing this switch a little bit better, especially over this 8-game stretch, you're not going to see a lot of open shots. I mean, you'll still see them every now and then, but you're not going to see a lot of them, because now Cat's rotating right. Now Mikal Bridges is rotating. Josh Hart, when he's playing, he's rotating. JB's rotating. So now you added another defender. You have now 3-4 good quality defenders that is going to be attacking the point of entry of any situation on defense, masking the fact that JB is not the greatest defender. Karl-Anthony Towns is not the greatest defender, but these are 2 still able bodies that you can rotate around on any 5 on the floor. So this is a great victory. I mean, just what do the Knicks do now going forward in terms of the 15th spot? Like I said, I don't think we need another guard. I think we have enough. But big ups. Congrats, Kev, because now you got your boy. He's practically your cousin, so it's all good. But I gotta get going. But I'll see you guys tomorrow night when the Knicks take care of the put belt to ass to the Pistons. Everybody, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Later, Knickerbocker. Appreciate you, my
Well,
God. Yo, I wanted to answer that dude, Hooper fans. I don't know if he's still in the chat. If he's still in the chat, salute to you, my guy, for pulling up. And to be honest with you, like I feel like Cam Thomas is a bucket. He's a bucket. But defensively, he is straight trash. I mean trash. And I don't know, man. Like I don't know if he'll I mean, don't get me wrong, offensively he'll be a good weapon for anybody. But you know, what can he do on the defensive end? It's always been that problem with him. I
Yeah.
don't think the Knicks sign him because I think we already got all the guards we need. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think the Knicks sign him, but you know, I'm pretty sure he has the opportunity right now to go to any team he wants to. He's a free agent now. So
So I don't think the Knicks sign him because I don't think he fits this team. I don't think he fits this team. I think Cam Thomas, he's really young for one, and he's all about Cam Thomas. He's not about team. You know what I mean? Like when he gets on the court, it's kind of gonna be like what we see with JC. Like he's just gonna shoot, and you can't stop him. And granted, he's a good shooter. Do we want that on our team? Like all our guys are team oriented, and Cam
right.
isn't that. He doesn't fit that. At least not at this point of his career, from what I've seen. He is a bucket. He's talented as hell. If he could just be a team player, I think he would fit good. But that's just not him, unfortunately.
Yeah, I just don't see it happening. Not with the Knicks. Somebody that's definitely, you know, in need of a guard. I don't think right now we in need for that. I think we pretty solidified with that already.
Yeah.
I don't think the Knicks need any more defensive liability players right now.
No.
I think they made the right move by getting another defensive guy who could also be offensive minded, who could also help with the two-way game. Because that's what Alvarado does. He affects the two-way game. And not only that, for all y'all Knicks fans who forget, we have the number one two-way player in the league in OG Anunoby. All right. So now you're coupling OG Anunoby with a guy who could also get out in the two-way game, run the floor. You just added another guy to help run teams out of the gym once again. And I'm going to say it like this. For all you Knicks fans who ain't on the bandwagon, get on the bandwagon. In Leon Rose, we motherfucking trust. Period.
Thanks. It's just so crazy because I just think like every trade he's done like this, I'm like, how the fuck did he pull this off? Like, how did you basically get Alvarado for Yabusele? Like, that's what you did.
He figured out the
The thing
pathway.
is, and you know, it's crazy, right? Because I had. Oh, what you said, Frez? My bad, I didn't hear you.
I was basically all I said was the Pelicans didn't want Yabusele, so he found another route to get to
what he
point
wanted.
B. You know what I'm saying? That's the true talent. Remember, everybody forgets Leon Rose used to be an agent, CAA. He's still affiliated. Let's not forget this, y'all. So he knows
Nah,
the agent game. You know what I mean?
and you know, the thing is, I had just texted the chat last night. I think we might be stuck with Yabusele because nobody want his contract. And
Yeah.
the fact that Leon Rose was able to do that, it says a lot about our front office, man. Like if 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 people are still questioning Leon Rose and what he does, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, man. Like this guy since he's gotten here has changed everything about the New York Knicks. Him, what's his name? World Wide West.
Yep.
You know, even Thibodeau had a big part in changing the New York Knicks and putting us back on the map. You know what I mean? Because before I mean, our front office was hot doodle trash. Our
Trash.
shit was bad. We were making all kind of bad decisions with free agents, bad trades. I mean we was just a laughing stock of the NBA. And like literally in one season he came in and turned our franchise around. In one season we won 41 games, boom, in the playoffs. Then the next year, we kind of took a step back. We didn't make the playoffs. We took a step back. But then after that, it's been on and popping.
Yeah.
So,
by the way, can I update real quick? The Pistons got beat by the Wizards tonight, and Jalen Duren went down with an injury. Yeah, I said it. The Wizards beat the Pistons tonight, people.
wow.
Whoa.
Yo,
Yeah.
that's a tough loss for them. That's a tough
That's
loss.
a big loss for them, especially since they got rid of Ivy too.
And
Yeah,
that means
it's a
you got
tough
it
loss.
back
But
to
listen, but
with the Knicks.
listen, yes, Matthew, that's right. Scott Perry too. Scott Petty, Scotty P was another
Mhm.
reason why our franchise was changed. But listen, Leon Rose, man, like a lot of people had, little sleepy memes about him and sleeping on him. No, I'm gonna tell y'all like this: Leon Rose is woke. He is woke. He is wide awake. If anybody, right? If anybody is sleep, it's y'all. Y'all the ones sleep. Y'all the ones slept. That man, he's never sleep. He's always woke. The guy makes changes when we need him. He got us Josh Hart. He got us Jalen Brunson, traded for Cat, got Mikal Bridges, traded for OG. We've been a winning franchise since he's been here, and all these guys that he traded for help us get to the Eastern Conference Finals in one season. Okay? In one season, we was able to do that. So if y'all still sleeping on Leon Rose, y'all need to wake up, man. Because he's doing his job, bro. He's doing his job. He's making the Knicks like how can I say it? Watchable to the point where guys want to come here and play. And not just any, regular. I'm talking about superstars want to come play with the Knicks now.
And it's a testament to, everybody used to say, we have a winning culture, players didn't want to come here. So what does Leon Rose do? He says, all right, it's time for the turnaround. It's time to make the New York Knicks relevant again. And this is how you make the New York Knicks relevant. You put together a team. No, it's not just about the stars we have. We have star power. But you have a team that most of these NBA teams is not outfitted like us right now. Let's be real about this, y'all, because in all aspects, the Knicks is definitely right now top 5. And as a matter of fact, during this win streak, here's a stat for y'all, since y'all know the Parlay Lord always got a stat for y'all. Shout out my guy South Benjamin in the building. Just hit me up too. That's why I told him to pull up. And my guy King Q. You already know, Quace, what it is. But let's think about this for a minute, Knicks fans. Since this win streak has started, the Knicks have the #1 rated defense in the league. Go check me against the stats. Y'all know what it is. We are #1 in defensive rating during this win streak. And not to mention, the last 3 games, if y'all been paying attention, Jalen Brunson's quietly had double-doubles.
He almost had a triple-double last night.
Yes.
Yeah.
A 40-point triple-double at that. That would have been crazy on the Nuggets. And y'all still don't believe Brunson is a superstar? Man, any Knicks fan who say Brunson is not a superstar, give me that Knicks fan pass right now.
Nah,
he's a superstar.
And the fact that people still sleep on Jalen Brunson and his defense too. Like let's be real though, he might not be the greatest defender, but he puts in a lot of effort, takes a lot of charges. Like even yesterday again in that Denver game, he made some defensive plays that a lot of people don't give him credit for, man. Like
bro, I showed the play on last night's show where he defended Joker.
The first quarter. Locked him up.
That on your replay, Kev?
Which one?
When he defended Joker?
First quarter. It was the first quarter, I believe.
Yeah.
That was insane.
Nah, that was. Nah, listen, man. Like, you know, low key, man. People don't give JB his credit. They just say how bad of a defender he is. But I question people when they say that. Like, do you really watch the Knicks like that? Because, you know, from what I see, he puts the work in, man. Like, you know,
he's not a bad defender. He's just short.
He's just short, you know, and you can't blame him for that, bro. He's undersized, but at the same time, he makes up for it in a lot of other ways.
Definitely. Scoring anybody?
I don't know, man. Stop hating on the cap, bro. If you still hating on the cap,
the Knicks are 4 of 5
delusion.
Jokic guarded by the smaller Brunson with 5 in the shot clock. Jokic spinning, trying to create some airspace. Comes up short with a
straight up defense. Straight up defense.
But I'm not gonna hold you in these last 8 games. Both him and Cat have stepped up defensively. Like, they don't look so much like a liability like they have been looking. I think they've bought into the defensive schemes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, man, that's why I'm saying, like, and even before that 2-9 record that we had, you know, when we was winning before we even won the cup, he was like, yo, we were even saying it in the chat, yo, JB is really playing defense this year.
Yeah.
Really, like, you can see it, you know what I mean? Like, and, you know, it's not, I mean, some of the guys that he be playing with, like, you know, it's like, damn, you know, you expect those guys to do that, you know what I mean? But sometimes it's like, see, like, he be trying to fight through all those picks. You can see it. It's just people just be hating because he's a Knick, bro. I guarantee you, if he was on another team, they wouldn't be saying none of that shit.
Facts. Well, we know who does play defense. My new guy. Like, just his intensity and doing shit like this in the Garden is gonna be different. Like, the Garden is gonna be rocking because not only is he a hometown kid, you know what I mean? Like, the energy and the heart that he brings is gonna, man.
Listen, you thought the Garden was rocking after we got Cat and all that. Wait till Alvarado step on that floor and start performing. I'm telling you, the Garden is gonna be electric, people. This is a hometown kid. He grew up in Brooklyn. It's crazy because I want to give y'all a little story that correlates to this, right? Shout out my guy to Mike Report, because when I tell you this man actually got to meet Jose Alvarado's mom.
I remember that day too, because he called us right after.
Now, listen, there was a day, this is before the season even started, right? That my guy, the Mike Report, called us on the video chat, and he told us about the experience he had at the car dealership meeting Jose Alvarado's mother. All right. And When I said we had a feeling something was in the works then, because when Mikey told us about the interaction, she said that for the right price, because she's Jose Alvarado's agent, for those of y'all who don't know, all right? She said for the right price, she would love to bring Jose Alvarado back to New York. And well, let's just say, welcome home, Grand Theft Alvarado. Because we kind of knew you was coming. We were just waiting for the right moment. Now we see you're here now, and I can't wait to see Jose Alvarado do great things for this New York Knicks team. You thought we was running teams out of the gym before? Wait till this man touched the floor. I'm telling y'all, it's about to be a whole different pace to the New York Knicks in a minute, especially on that second unit. Get ready. Get locked in.
And it's crazy, like, for me, because, and I know Kev feels the same way, you know, it's more than Knicks, right? Yeah, he's Puerto Rican like us. They don't have a lot of Puerto Rican players in the league. So to see, like, one of our own play for our team, you know what I mean? Like, that shit feels, it hits different. It hits different for sure.
Word. That bring me like that bring me Victor Cruz vibes when he first got on the Giants. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was exciting. It was like, yo, finally we got a Puerto Rican on the team, and then Victor Cruz took off, and it was a wrap from there. He became a Super Bowl champion, wrote a book and all that.
Right. Yeah, and it's literally like, I was like, just before the show, I'm like telling Layla, like, I need to get an Alvarado Puerto Rico jersey, because I wasn't going to get it because he wasn't a Knick, right? I'm not going to rock, you know, even though that's, you know, our national team, I'm not going to rock someone who ain't on our team. Well, now he on our team, so I can go get a Puerto Rico jersey.
Hey,
yo,
it's
my
like,
pop, right after we hung up, Anna, Mrs. Knicks, my pop texted me like, you got what you wanted.
Thanks.
Great deal. And then he said, great deal.
I'm gonna say it again for all of y'all who didn't hear me early on in the show. When Kev shouts a name out, you might want to tune in and listen, because this guy Kev has called.
Didn't he shout Josh Hart? Didn't he mention Josh?
No. Oh, let me add the other part to the story. I forgot to add this one other part too. And Kev knows, because we talked about this earlier. A lot of y'all who don't know the connection between Jose Alvarado and Josh Hart, right? Here's a little background for y'all. Did you know that Josh Hart played a hand in helping pay for some of Jose Alvarado's family to come to Madison Square Garden and watch him play?
Yeah.
And this is out of Jose Alvarado's own mouth. This is not hearsay. This is actual fact coming out of Jose Alvarado's mouth, that Josh Hart played a hand in helping his family members attend the game at Madison Square Garden. You know what I mean? If that ain't love, what is, man? Like,
did they play together before?
I don't know if he was on the Pelicans when Josh was there.
Yeah, I don't think he was on the Pelicans. You could fact check it.
Let's see.
Nah, you good. She did.
Yes, they did. Half a season in New Orleans. Yes, they did.
They did. There you go.
Yes, they did. I kind of figured it was a brief stint, because he was there that one season they picked him up. I didn't know. I think that was the season he got traded, as a matter of fact, to the Lakers. That was when he got traded.
Josh literally tweeted Jose before the
trade even went down. Yeah.
I thought I was tripping out. I'm not gonna hold you. I thought I was tripping out.
Yeah.
Yo, when you call, I know when you call me and you say you must not know what's
No,
going
because
on.
Kevin's like, sis, you called. And he was too calm. I'm like, I said it. He didn't even react. I said, we got Jose. He was like, I said, you must not have heard. And he was like, heard what? He was way too calm. Because you know, we've been through trades, right? So we know how each other will like start calling each other. I literally jumped out of my office desk and I'm like, oh my God, let me call Kev.
No,
But he was
listen.
way too calm. I'm like, there's no way he knows.
I did
All
not
I
know.
know-
I was sitting back feeding my kids lunch and shit.
Our group chat was wild when the news went down because I was literally at work earlier when the news popped up, and then I came home early, and that group call was ecstatic for like a good.
You couldn't even hear anyone talking. It was so loud.
Right. It was just like, bro, like Kev was super ecstatic. You know, y'all know how Kev do. Yeah. Kev was ecstatic. I was like, yo, I hate Kev in the chat. I was like, yo, Kev, we got him.
Yo, that
Kev was like, I'm hyped. Kev was like, I'm hyped. Look at this.
I remember this game. I remember this game.
Killed us that game.
Us the business.
Yo, he
killed us this game. I remember this game. He killed us. He was giving
and you know
even
what I can appreciate with him is that he's super fast. So when we're having hard times with fast guards like Maxey and them, like he's faster than the guards we have.
And that's one thing that's gonna be key moving forward, because a lot of y'all don't realize you got to start speeding up some of these guys on the court. You know what I'm saying? We can't let guys get comfortable and set the tone and play their pace. You got to speed guys up. Alvarado's the guy who's going to speed you up. There's no question about it. Wait, what's it say? Funny enough, Kev is the first person I thought of. Of course. Guys been telling y'all about this name before the season even started. What do you mean? Let's be real. We've been talking about Alvarado since the off season. You guys kept it so. Like, how many discussions have we had just in the chat alone, Kev, about Alvarado before the season even started? Like, come on.
Kev will mention him in our chat.
Yeah.
Off air.
Every trip.
Very often.
Word. He's like, yo, I want that Jose Alvarado kid, man. Get him over here.
And I used to be like, all I used to say is, Kev, he's 6 feet. Kev, he's 6 feet.
Oh man, listen.
And Kevin's like, Anna, but you don't understand. He's a dog. He's a pit bull. Like,
oh, he definitely is. But it's not much of a difference with Deuce, though. If you really think about it, he brings more tenacity.
He's like a shorter version of Deuce, a shorter version.
He got
he's a little more tougher. I mean, he's New York made, so you know that grit. Like, Deuce has it in him, but Deuce is like
calm.
I don't want to say
humble.
Watered down, but he's
watered down. Deuce is mad passive. That's what it is.
Alvarado don't give a fuck. Like, he like, yeah, I'm in the NBA, but nigga, I'm from New York. Like, fuck you talking about?
And he's gonna bring that level of aggression for the second unit that I think needs to be turned up a little bit more, because you don't want too much of a fall off going from the first unit to the second unit, or grouping guys from the first unit with guys in the second unit. And like I said, Alvarado's a guy you could put in with the first unit, and you could put him in with the second unit, and he'll still play well.
For sure.
And now you could still play Tyler Koleg as the backup if if you start him.
Definitely. And I think here I'm gonna give y'all my version of the lineup that I think is gonna run teams out of the gym. Jose, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, OG, and either Mitch or Cat. Oof. Oof.
So I think you run Alvarado with the unit that would have been Deuce Tyler. The unit that would have been Deuce Tyler. I think it was Mikal, Cat, and Mitch.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's the unit I think you run him with. Now, in that third quarter, like Knickerbocker said, where they were running the Deuce, JB or Tyler JB, I will run the Alvarado JB. Only because we've seen it a lot more often that teams have now shifted their focus from Cat and focusing more on stopping JB. And I'm more comfortable with Alvarado's ball handling.
Oh, I agree. Definitely. He's definitely a very good ball handler. Also, one thing people don't know, that he may be small, but that guy attacks the basket a whole lot. He attacks the basket. And that's one thing that kind of been missing. Wait. Yeah. Say it again. Say it again for those in the back, King Q. Yeah, it's about to go down tomorrow night. It's definitely about to go down. They playing a back-to-back and no Jalen Duren probably tomorrow.
Yep.
Mitch gonna eat tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Mitch gonna eat tomorrow.
I want to give a shout out to my man Jermaine Brown. Happy born day, bro.
Happy birthday.
Man, real talk.
Jermaine Brown, bro.
Word up, man. Shout out to you for being here, man. If you want, sis, go ahead and get into the next one. Get into the next topic, sis.
So, next topic is that right after we got the news of the trade, we got the news that our beloved Deuce McBride will be undergoing surgery this week to repair. I don't even know what that means, but he has a core muscle injury in his ankle. So apparently his ankle has continuously been sore and not gotten better from the twisted ankle. And so he underwent, more tests and stuff like that on the ankle. And I guess that's what they came up with, a core muscle injury. I have no idea what type of surgery would repair something like that. No, I never heard of it. But apparently he's going to be out. And what they say, some reports say indefinitely, but the main reports I've seen says through the regular season, which means we possibly can see him in the playoffs.
Okay, so if I may, can I shed a little light on the actual injury itself? Because
I have no clue.
I'm kind of familiar. I may not be all the way in the ballpark, but I'm gonna give you my version anyway. So, what a lot of people don't know is there are some muscles in your lower leg that actually control the movement of your feet. Okay, the peroneals, I know, is one of the muscle groups. You have the peroneals, the tibialis anterior, you have the gastrocnemius and the soleus. Those are the ones that form your calf muscle. All right. The tibialis anterior, those are the ones that help you move your toes. Okay, so I'm giving y'all the description of it too, not just the names, because I could give you names, but you're gonna be like, what is that? You know what I mean? So you got the tibialis anterior that controls the lifting of the toes, and then you got the tibialis posterior that supports your arch and in the ankle. So somewhere in one of those four muscle groups, Deuce has an injury. that's affecting his movement. So he definitely needs surgery. So it will be a little while before he comes back. But I like I said, the trade already made up for Deuce not being here. You know, but get well soon, Deuce. You know you're gonna be. You know it's gonna be hard not hearing Deuce coming from Madison Square Garden all the time. You know what I mean?
Or every other arena.
Facts.
Right,
You know,
right.
Deuce
You
been
know, that's a
showing up.
tough man. It's a tough loss because he was shooting the shit out of the ball this year, bro. Like, I feel like this was his best season so far as a Knick. You know what I mean? Offensively, he got better this year. You could see it. He
He
really
worked on his
worked.
shot.
Yeah.
He was working on his shot. He was working on his dribble, attacking the basket, doing all that stuff. Because this year, I think he was shooting over 40%. I think he's the best Knicks 3-point shooter, if I'm not mistaken. I think he was shooting like 43% from the 3-point line before he got hurt. You know, and what he brings on the defensive end, you already know, man. Like he brings that toughness that like you were saying, he's not like Alvarado where he's gritty, like he humble. He's a humble guy, you know what I mean? He's comes from a humble family. So he's not that, that he ain't got that street mentality and none of that shit. So, shout out to Deuce, speedy recovery. We're gonna miss you, but I'm glad that we got this trade and we got somebody that could bring us that same kind of energy off the bench. And once Deuce get back healthy, that's just another extra weapon to have on his team. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It gives Mike Brown a big I think the perfect problem to have where most coaches in the NBA don't have that.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sorry. I was reading. So the Knicks press release came out introducing Alvarado. So it says, we acquired Jose Alvarado and the draft rights to Latavius Williams. I have no idea who that is.
Oh, by the way, just to support Kev's stats, Deuce McBride was shooting 42% from three. That
Ooh,
is number that would have been number one if he was still active, but Shamit is actually number one at 44%. Believe it
whoa.
or not.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes, Shamit.
just to
Whoa.
go on that, like, we're definitely gonna miss Deuce because one, he's our kid, right? Like, we don't ever
Fact.
want to see him go down for sure.
Right.
But we're a deep ass team. Even before the Alvarado trade, we were a deep ass team.
Yeah.
And Shamit is playing outstanding basketball on both ends of the court, to be honest. So, I think we had enough, and we have enough with Alvarado to hold us to the playoffs. You know what I mean? Like, we're not gonna really miss a beat. Although having Deuce would have just took us
Oh,
over. You know what I mean?
crazy.
But wait, there's more. Listen to some of these numbers for your Knicks shooting from behind the 3-point line. Shamit at 44%. Deuce McBride at 42%. Kevin McCullough in limited action at 43%. Josh Hart at 41%. Mo
Wow.
Diawara in limited minutes at 40%. Mikal Bridges, 39%. Jalen Brunson, 38%. OG Anunoby, 37%. So collectively, the Knicks are around 38% from three. And that's in the top five in the league. I'm sure of that.
So
So,
let me ask you this, Fraz, because I'm reading that it says that a core muscle injury is referred to as a sports hernia. Is that the same as like a normal hernia, like in your abs? Because I swore they kept saying his ankle.
it's got to be his ankle, because if they say a core, if it is his ankle bothering him and it's a core muscle, it's something in one of those four groups. Now, as far as sports hernia is concerned, I don't think it's in his stomach. Okay, for this one, because usually a sports hernia is like a soft tissue strain or a tear. But matter of fact, it could be in his stomach. So you might be right. You might be right, because it could be an abdominal, because sports hernias do happen often in the abdomen and the groin. All right. So you definitely in the ballpark. You're definitely in the ballpark with that. Okay. Because I know a regular hernia is usually like more of a protrusion.
Right. That's why I'm like, I don't know what a sports hernia is.
Yeah, like basically a sports hernia is just like you strain the soft tissue, or it's a tear in like the lower abdomen groin area. That's mainly what a sports hernia is.
So he basically had 2 injuries.
Yes, but look, sports hernias don't show that bulge like how a normal hernia would protrude out. You won't see that with a sports hernia. You know what I'm saying? So that's the main difference of the two.
I mean, I wish him a speedy recovery for sure, because
definitely
we gonna need him. We want our Deuce back.
Especially if we trying to make it to the championship, like to the finals. You know what I mean? Like we need a full healthy team, man.
Yeah.
So everybody sending love to Deuce in the chat.
Facts.
Good, man. He needed.
So it's only one other thing I want to talk about tonight, if it's all right with y'all. I'm sure y'all won't mind. What's our thoughts on the game against Detroit tomorrow?
I need to see belt to ass.
Right.
I need to see belt. I need the Knicks to be pissed off that we got our ass whipped last time.
Right.
I need them to come out guns a blazing and shut them down early. Shut them down. Just let's show them who they daddy is, for real.
No, sis. You gotta say it right. I don't need belt to ass. I need belt to motherfucking ass. That's what I need tomorrow.
Belt to ass.
Belt to motherfucking ass tomorrow night against these Christians. Especially without no damn Jalen Durant in the lineup, because they're playing a back-to-back again. They're not gonna beat us on this back-to-back. I don't think so, because they're not seeing the same version of the Knicks team they saw earlier on. I'm telling you right now, I got a funny feeling the Knicks is gonna win this game tomorrow, y'all. And not to be funny, if the Knicks play like how they've been playing, it's gonna be a blowout, 10 or more. That's a fact.
Nah, listen, man. I told y'all the last time. I really took that loss personal, because you know they really packed us up. They really at the
embarrassed
time,
us.
Yeah, they embarrassed us. They exposed us, because after that loss, it seemed like every other team went back to that game and figured out what they did against us. You know what I mean? And they started doing the same thing. So I feel like now that the Knicks kind of figured out whatever it is on the defensive end, I feel like now, the Pistons better watch out, man. We healthy too. So, listen. I want to sure.
Not only that, Kev, and I apologize. Not only that, one thing that I don't know if y'all been noticing in this win streak, especially, the adjustments from Mike Brown on that basketball court have paid dividends in this win streak. He's been calling timely timeouts where he ain't been letting teams get too far back into the game, before he regroups the guys. He's been coming out, making adjustments, not only with the play calling, but with the substitutions and the lineups, because you've been seeing different lineups go out there and take care of business every night. And the most important thing that you've been seeing, and I'm going to say this again, shout out to Jalen Brunson for the player meeting, because I think that player meeting is what turned it around. I think, and due to these adjustments, I think these guys our Knicks players are starting to understand their specific roles in playing the team game. You understand, early on in the season, it wasn't clear-cut what roles were defined. As we've progressed to now past the halfway mark of the season, you're starting to see that guys understanding their role and they playing their part better than they were earlier in the season. Do I think there's still room for improvement? Absolutely. There's always room for improvement. You know what I mean? But to how the adjustments have progressed and the play from not only the starters but also the bench has progressed, I only could say this win streak might even hit double-digit games.
I mean, you giving him love. I still don't like him as a coach. I'm not gonna hold you.
That's cool.
I definitely agree that he's been making some adjustments. I think last night we shot 100 shots and 50 of them were 3-pointers. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane. And I mentioned it in last night's show that I think he needs to draw up or come up with some plays, a crunch time play, a play where we have one play at the end of the game and we need to either use JB as a decoy or somehow free him up. Because I mentioned it last night, you know, everyone and their mama knew that JB was going to go for that last shot. And so we have to find a better way. And I don't know if they have a set, okay, these are the type of plays we're going to try in those situations. I think it's more of, okay, let JB do JB, and that's it. And that's not going to work. That's not going to work because teams are going to continue to try and stop him.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
I think 53-pointers is too much. It's way too fucking much.
I agree
Yeah,
with
it
that
is.
too.
I agree with that 1000%. And you know, and I think that he's just like, I think that what he's trying to do is a little bit, being that he coached under Steve Kerr. I think he's trying to implement that with the Knicks, the threes. You know what I mean? And you know, I could see why he's doing it, because now that Fraz read the stat of the percentage of our players and what you know, their clips all are above average. So but at the same time, I feel like we are good enough that where we can dominate the paint on most teams. You know what I mean? I do like the way he's managing Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, I appreciate that part for sure.
And how he's, you know, because I know at first I was a little bothered by it. You know what I mean? I was bothered by it. Like, man, you know, there's games where we might need Mitch out there and he's sitting him out, you know, just to keep him healthy. At first it was bothering me, but now I get it. You know what I mean? Like,
I think
this guy
on these nights, especially the back-to-back nights where we know we're not going to see Mitch every night, he's choosing the team that has the better center to play Mitch in that game.
Right. Like even last night, and how you know the Joker is always gonna do what he's gonna do, right? But like there was certain plays last night where he was giving Joker fits, man. You know what I mean? And it's hard to stop Joker because we all know what kind of star player he is and how good he is. But Mitchell, man, he said it himself. I wish we would have downloaded the clip. You know what I mean?
Of Joker?
Yeah.
I could do it real quick.
I want people to hear what he had to say because, yo, man, like people really be sleeping on Mitchell Robinson and what he does. Like, just not like, we know he don't get too many touches or offensively, which I think he should because I think we should, utilize him more with the pick and roll and throwing up lobs and shit like that. But his fucking rebounding is insane. I mean, I think he averages almost 7 offensive rebounds a game when he plays.
In the league in offensive rebounding is Mitch Robinson.
So, yo, bro, I'm gonna hot take, B. I'm gonna say it right now. If he's not up for defensive player of the year, I got a problem with that, bro. I got a problem with that.
I would have to agree with that. You know what I mean? It's like, but the only bad part about it is what we forget is Mitch got to play 65 games to get that award.
Right.
So I don't know how many games Mitch has missed cumulatively to this point, but I think he's still within he still has a chance to hit the 65 game mark and be eligible for the award. It sucks that we have to mention these things because of these new rules that the NBA has implemented on who gets to be eligible for the end of the season awards. But honestly,
I got the video. I'm gonna play the video.
That usually makes your life harder or does the best job with you?
Depends of the night. I mean, it's like when I have a good night, then like any other player, I guess, like there is probably people who's gonna make you miss a little bit less. But when you have like a tough shooting night, and Mitch Robinson is really good tonight, but I think it's really on offensive player too. They can make you work harder, whatever. But I don't know who is the one person. I think depends on what kind of game I have. Obviously, we can make a.
There was another part of that post game where he did say like the Knicks are probably the best team in the league.
Definitely.
Yeah. He know what's up. He knows what's up. He knows what's up, and he's another one that's. If it becomes available, you know what I mean, as a free agent, I wouldn't mind him, boy.
Listen, we beat them, and this man had a triple-double on us, and we still beat them.
And double
and not to mention Jamal Murray went off, and we still beat them.
But let me say something. Please tell me you got that Jamal Murray, Jalen Brunson shooking on Jamal Murray to the baskets, please.
On the
overtime.
sideline?
Oh my God, bro! On the sideline, how he faked him, yo, bro.
Let me find it.
Again. Bro. JB has the best footwork in the NBA. Let me reiterate that for all you people in the back that didn't hear the parlay law. JB footwork is top notch.
Word.
There's no comparison.
There you go.
Wow. That was nasty, bro. That was nasty, bro. That was nasty. When I seen that this morning, I was just like, wow, this dude is really different, bro. Like he really different, yo. Like and I tell you, like, how Knicks fans question this man is I don't get it, bro. Like you can't get more clutch than that than how he played in that game yesterday. You can't get
for sure. I think like Fraz said, Jamal Murray went off and JB had an answer every time. Every time.
Right. And by far, Jamal Murray is having a hell of a season this year.
For
No
sure.
question.
He's having a hell of a season, bro. So, when I hear Knicks fans and I like just still finding ways to pick and to pick and nitpick over what he does, and he don't pat. Yo, listen, my man. Just the other day, homie had 13 assists, and people on Twitter complaining about it. 13 assists, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's not something everybody does in the NBA. That's not easy to do.
Even Brunson hasn't been doing that in recent years, and he's upped his game. How can you deny a player upping his game? 3 games in a row over 10 assists?
Bro.
3 games in a row double-doubles? In fact, almost had a triple-double last night.
Bro, and the thing is, he had a triple-double, like, because, guys always, but he played this team, but he played that team, da-da-da. But, bro, he played against the Denver Nuggets. They still a good team, bro.
Right. And just on that same sentiment, like, the hate on Cat, too. Like, Cat literally left his blood on that court yesterday. Literally. You know what I mean? He played a hell of a game yesterday. Granted, it was overshadowed by JB's crazy performance, but he played a great game yesterday. Playing against Joker is not an easy task.
Nah, man.
The fact that he didn't foul out until the first overtime really surprised the fuck out of me.
Word.
Hold you.
But think about this, though. I think Cat leads the league with like 35 double-doubles.
Yeah.
Wait. Let me give y'all the perspective. Not the panel, but the rest of y'all. Let me give y'all a perspective. That's 35 double-doubles in 51 games? And y'all still complaining? Matter of fact, if you complaining about Cat, let me get that fan pass. I'm taking that.
Yo, and to be honest with you, like, I felt like ever since they put him in trade talk, supposedly he's picked it up a huge notch. Pause.
Yeah.
He's picked it up. He's definitely like playing much better now. You know what I mean? Like,
I think people forget, like, we don't need him to score 30 points a night. Like, we don't need him to. We don't need B to score 30 points, but they have it in their heads that that's what they're supposed to do because there are stars, and I get it. There are stars, but realistically, stars do whatever it takes to win. And if it means I'm going to score 20 today and dish out 10 assists, or I'm going to score 10 today and grab 22 rebounds, then that's what you do. This team is too deep to have that stigma on those two that they have to perform at this, give us 30 a night. We don't need that because realistically, on a night where Shaman has 20, Josh has 20, OG has 20, do we really need 30 and 40 from JB and Cat? We don't.
Well, let's not forget OG's had 20 in 5 to 6 straight games now.
Yeah.
Like
that's the thing.
They've given us at least 15 a night. Josh has given us 20 on multiple nights.
And that's the thing. It's like I always say.
Great games.
Like I always say, the point of building a team like this is to take the pressure off of JB, off of Karl Anthony Towns. You got guys that could come out and score without having to always have your stars in. Now we really about to get to a point where, JB only got to play 30 to 35 minutes. You forget, people, the Knicks is one of the most efficient teams in the NBA. Period. There's been nights where JB's had 30 points in 35 minutes. Like, let's be real about this, y'all. Like, this team is very, very efficient when everything is running on all cylinders. So again, it's not always about JB and Cat. The rest of the guys is understanding, like, yo, let's take the weight off of JB's shoulders. Let's take the weight off of Cat's shoulders. It's our time to put on that. Let's put on. And this is what's translated to this win streak. That mindset of everybody just contributed and making the right decision. Because a lot of these games, we haven't gotten carried away with the 3-point shot. And I think, and I'm gonna say this before I land the plane real quick. When the Knicks find that delicate balance of points in the paint and 3-pointers, look out. Look out, people. We gonna make a title run. I'm telling you right now. We gonna make a title run.
Yo, and I think that's where we should be. That's where coaching kind of gets me, because I'm like, for example, last night, Macau had a terrible shooting night. Terrible. But his shots were 3-pointers. You know what I mean? Like, why not say, all right, go into the paint? Like, who's going to stop him in the paint? It's just like common, like, you just look at it. He's hella tall, his long-ass arms. He already shoots a high shot. Like, who's really going to stop him in there? And those are the type of games where I'm like, you know, you don't always need him in the opposite corner of OG. Like, he can be there and then break into the paint. Like, I don't know. To me, he's more efficient there. And when he starts in the paint, then his 3-point shot falls.
Mm-hmm. It's all about getting into a rhythm, you know? Right. Once he gets into a rhythm, that's when he plays his best, you know? And you gotta, and you know, if you're not making no baskets with jump shots or 3-pointers, it's time to start going to the basket, get to the free throw line. But that's one of the few things we've been lacking is free throw attempts. I think
that's not for lack of anything we've done, though.
No.
That's everything to do with the referees and nothing to do with.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like it's a lot of no calls, like a lot of no calls. You know what I mean? But I'm loving the fact that all these guys is taking charges. You know what I'm saying? And
even those sometimes they don't call, bro. Like I've seen a lot of that the last few games, bro, where JB is getting cracked and they're not calling them.
As a matter of fact, I believe it was either the first or the second quarter when Peyton Watson had knocked Brunson to the floor. He went up for a layup and there was a no call. I was like,
yep.
How is there a no call? Brunson is set. He's outside the circle and he's set. How is that a no call?
Right, absolutely, bro. And it's confusing to me because he's getting hit hard, bro, like hard. You know?
Definitely.
And it be blatant, like the referees be right there. And I'm like, yo, bro, how are you not calling that?
Right.
But, you know, so I think like the lack of free throws, I gotta agree with her on that, man. Like I just feel like Cat and JB don't get the calls the sufficient. I feel like not no cap. Like I feel like Cat should be at the free throw line like 8 to 10 times a game.
Yeah.
Cat JB too. I would say probably more for JB because they always double triple teaming him.
It's just bad that, you know, a lot of
and not only that, they put their bodies on him at half court.
Yeah. Right.
That's a foul. That's a foul. You're impeding his progress. That's a foul.
Right. So you know, when I see stuff like that, when it comes to the free throws, I'm like, you know what? I feel like our guys, you know, are aggressive enough. They always, you know, I feel like it's just a one-sided game when it comes to that. Now, I
Yeah, I
always talk
think
to my
we have to
pops, and huh?
we have to live with it and just
Yep.
play our game.
Right. Right.
Hey, and remember this, y'all. You see what happens when Cat stop focusing on the refs and just start focusing on playing his game?
Yeah.
Big
And I'll
Exactly.
difference,
say
right?
one thing about what I've liked in the at least the last two games with Cat, when he's dribbling to the basketball, he hasn't hooked. We haven't seen it. The last two games we haven't seen it.
Yo, and the thing is that yo, when he takes it to the basket, like he straight be faking these dudes. So you know, like against the eight and like DeAndre eight, and I felt like he had way more points than what he had against. Yo, he should have ate him up.
Mhm.
So I don't know. Let's see, man.
Yeah. I will say this, that play from Mitch where he kind of broke Joker and took it to the basket. I need to see that once a night. I need to see that once a night.
No. He didn't kind of break. He hit him with the crossover
Oh
and
yeah, he did that. Yes, he
caught
did.
him. He caught
Yeah,
him.
bro. I think that was like the second time within this month he's done that.
Yeah, it was.
But that's
Yo,
understanding. A guy like Joker, you gotta make him defend. You understand? Like you gotta make a guy like the Joker defend the ball. And that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go at him. You know what I'm saying? It's
I
just like
mean, if their scouts told him he ain't gonna dribble more than twice, right? Because that's what they say. Like he averages 2 dribbles and that's it. But he dribbled 3 times yesterday. He did,
sure,
but I need to
sure.
see that more often because I think, especially against, like you said, guys like Joker who aren't that fast, right? Guys like Embiid who, bro, make that dude work on defense.
Yes.
word.
He can't move.
His knees are shot, yo. His knees are shot, bro.
I agree.
We
So,
know Randall. We know.
but you right though, sis. Like McCall, you know, I was talking to what's her name? Your homegirl. Oh man, her name start with a T.
With a T?
Yeah, we seen her one night last year when we went to meet up at the playoffs. We seen her.
Her real
She
name starts with a T?
Yeah, and she was with this dude that started making Knicks t-shirts and hoodies and all that.
Oh, Trinice.
Right, her, right. And she mad cool too.
Yeah.
And she was like, yo, I'm sick of McCall. I'm sick of him. Da da da. So I'm like, yo, I understand your frustration, right? I understand it. But you know, I do agree that McCall should be more aggressive. I don't know what happened. He was doing it in the beginning of the season, and somewhere down the line, he kind of like stopped it. But I feel like if McCall started doing what OG's doing, like you see, OG's like attacking the basket like a demon. You know what I mean? And I think that he did one yesterday where he missed the dunk, but that would have been fire if he would have made that dunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I would love to see, like I be telling Fraz, I want to see Mikal Bridges put somebody on a poster.
I'm not
Like
going to, I think Macau doesn't play like that because he's scared to get injured. I
nah,
think
and I
that
understand it. But I feel like if he just played a little bit more with a little bit more aggression, teams would really be like, okay, wait a minute, that'll, I know he got the crazy midi. His midi, we understand you got one of the best midis in the game. We understand that. I want to see you banging on people. I want to see more aggression when it comes to him taking it to the cup. Because I feel like he's one of the best finishers in the league. You know what I mean? He's not a bad finisher at all. You know what I mean? But I just want him to be more aggressive driving to the basket. Because shooting the three, I feel like his 3-point shot is better this year. I feel like his midi is what it is already. We know he can run the team if need be. You know what I mean? We seen him do it. But I just want you to get some posters, man. Like, I want to see you banging somebody and then look down on them or whatever, yell at them. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see you get pissed off, Mikal. You know? Like in that video where you was calling when you was playing with the Suns and you was calling DeAndre Ayton soft. Yeah, you soft. I want to see that. Okay? So if you watching right now, or if you ever see this video, Mikal, please, bro, grant us that wish. Put somebody on a poster, please, because, bro, that is what we need from you, bro. We need some aggression. We know you're not a bad player. We know you great and everything. You do what you're supposed to do for us, and I'm not mad at it. I just want to see you get mad, bro. I really want to see you get mad, bro, because you're too nice. And that's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with being too nice, bro, because I'm too nice. And that's fine. We are the way we are. But sometimes, Fresno, when I'm on the court, I get fucking crazy. Okay? And I talk shit. All right? And I'm a nice guy, and I don't like to fight people. But on the basketball court, I'm talking shit to everybody.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely talking shit.
One thing I definitely appreciate about Mikal's game this year, though, is the way he gets down the court. He's like always the first man down the court. He's kind of like our Obi Toppin, how Obi Toppin was like the one that got down there first.
Off to the races.
Yeah.
Like, I appreciate that for him because we get a lot of easy points that way.
Right. Nah, listen, man.
But a little aggression will be good, and maybe Jose can get that out of him.
Right. I hope so.
I feel like none of the guys have like Jose's attitude.
Because we know Josh is a bully. Josh like to bully people. You know, like Josh be getting mad at niggas when they don't make the right defensive play. You see it all the time. But like,
but Josh ain't like a thug mad. Josh is like a sophisticated dad.
Yeah, but like you saw, like when he made that three against the Raptors, fell on the ground and then turned around and started going pew 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 pew. Yo, that shit was hilarious, bro. They Brandon Ingram through the tower, RJ through the tower at him. That shit was funny, but like I want to see shit like that. I just want to see him put like. I want to see him put like motherfucking what's her name, Joel Embiid on a poster. You know, maybe Bam Adebayo on a poster. You know, like somebody with a name. You know, and when you do it, I want to see you like do the head nod or do some new shit. Cause you always coming up with these new what you call them shits
Sellies.
Yeah, these new sellies. He's always coming up with these new sellies. But so now that you do the shooting selly and the drip in the nose that you like bleeding out your nose selly, like now I want to see you do the poster Selly when you dunking it on somebody. I need to see that Selly. Word.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
it's
it's
up
been
to
a great
y'all.
day today. It was a great day.
We had an
I
hour.
give the Knicks an A on today.
Facts.
Definitely.
Listen, you got rid of Yabusele and the contract that nobody wanted. You was able to flip him for homie in Chicago, who I thought, I ain't gonna lie, I was like, okay, cool. Like he might give us. I'm like, okay, I ain't even mad at this. Like, okay, that's what's up. You know what I mean? We got some young talent coming back. Okay. But then when you told me about the fucking, oh man, I lost my mind, boy. Lost my mind.
Kev came in the chat celebrating earlier. That's how you know.
I don't know if y'all heard my son in the background. Yay!
That was hilarious. Well, it's up to y'all. We had an hour 35. I ain't really got nothing else. I mean,
Yeah, I don't have nothing else, and we'll be back tomorrow night anyways.
Hell yeah.
So can I close it out? Is that cool?
Go ahead.
So once again, we like to shout out everybody who pulled up, all 60-something of y'all viewers who was on tonight. We appreciate y'all for being here with your favorite Knicks and Ish panel. Do us a favor. Please like, comment, subscribe. Make sure your bell's set to all so you get all notifications when Knicks and Ish goes live. Do remember, we also got the Shopify. You want to cop some merch. You know, if you want one of these lovely hoodies that we got on right here. You know what I'm saying? We also got t-shirts, the Brunson on Fire hoodie. You got coffee mugs. You got quite a few items there on the Knicks is Shopify. If you look at the banner that's running across the bottom of the screen, the link is in the banner moving across the bottom of the screen. So if y'all ever want to cop some merch, head over to the Knicks is Shopify. Like Sis said, we definitely will be here tomorrow night for the recap of the Pistons game. And I ain't really got nothing else to say. If y'all ain't got nothing else to say, y'all know what I'm about to say next. Hit the outro.
Boom shakalaka! The Knicks are grit. These kids and our party ain't just lit. Bet it's the littest.